I don't believe it. That's Clone Force 99.
This is Wrecker, Hunter, Echo, Tech, and Crosshair.
Oh, I don't have a cool send-off. This is embarrassing.
Obviously, we are different.
We're all you're getting.
We're all you need.
They call themselves the Dad Batch.
Experimental Unit Clone Force 99. The defective clones with desirable mutations.
This is one meeting I don't want to miss.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dad Batch Podcast, episode 127. My name is Stevie Kicks, and I am one of your 5 hosts today. And of course, with us, as always, the other Dad Batchers, your space daddies. First up, the traveling man in black. It's Brian Cook. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm at my buddy's house in Wilmington, North Carolina, and let's just skip to the Marvel Minute. Hit the music.
Oh, watch anything exciting lately? Or...
Just go ahead, hit it.
Are you how long are you going to be traveling for?
I'm going home tomorrow. So,
okay, good.
Yeah, quickie. Well, not quick, but yeah.
Next up, specialty costume manufacturer, painter, and galactic arms dealer John Rodriguez. How are you, man?
Heyo.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Oh, real quick. I don't want to interrupt, but we have a special guest in the chat.
You're interrupting.
Island Fat. You may proceed.
Next up, the former commanding officer of the 501st Legion Southern California Garrison, Rami Shanaday. And it looks like you're about to launch a rocket, or what's going on there, dude?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
SpaceX.
I had Disney.
Where am I?
I had Disney Plus playing on here. I'll figure it out. Something changed. I'm in a
you're
hotel.
not home.
I'm traveling. I'm at a hotel and I had the TV playing behind me. So it's now at the screensaver. I'll figure it out.
Nice. And finally, you know him as the internet's soft coast Avenger. We know him as Dadpool. It's Luke Yates. What's up, buddy?
Best Coast Avenger. I'm good. I just came off of a you guys familiar with the Super Kitties? It's a TV show. It's like the Paw Patrol, but kitties.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. My 4-year-old, he was homesick today, so we deep dived on the Super Kitties, and sounds like we might be in the mix for Super Kitty costumes for Halloween next year, which
Oh, man.
I tell you what, after many hours of Super Kitties, I give those kitties 4 thumbs down.
Huh?
You don't like them?
They're all right. I'm
Wow.
more of a Paw Patrol guy.
I don't know what that is. I know what Paw Patrol is. I don't know what the Kitty Squad is.
They're cool. It's the theme
Super
song.
Kitties.
The theme song is a bit over.
That's my favorite part.
The Super Kitties.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I
wow,
can
it's
sing
like
word for word right now. Don't even.
No, I don't want to get demonetized. Please.
We get kicked off of YouTube for the Super Kitties theme song reenactment.
Oh, guys. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week?
All
Good. I've
aces.
been driving, and every time I drive now, there's storms. So I drove through a
Oh,
near hurricane tornado
sucks.
warning today. That was fun.
that sucks.
But
You should just get a job as one of those tornado chasers.
Dude, Southern California is so confused. I mean, we start the year off with fires, and then right after that, there's like earthquakes and mudslides. And then last week was like super hot in the 80s, and then this week it's wet.
It's raining. Yeah. It's raining now.
I mean, it's I can't do this anymore.
It's a
I just
little
can't.
bipolar. Going crazy. That's not what.
Ain't no love in Oklahoma. It's the
How's the weather in Texas, Ramey?
Oh, you're in Texas. That's right.
Yeah, so I'm in Dallas right now, so I'm kind of in the middle of Texas. Yeah, it's fine. So it's funny you should ask that. So yesterday, I get up and I walk out of and I'm like, oh, it rained. And I get to the office and everybody's like, oh man, what did you think of the storm? And I'm like, it rained. I didn't know that there was a storm. And they're like, you didn't hear the sirens? I'm like, sirens? And then somebody walks in a second after me. He's like, my backyard is gone. Like the fence is gone. My patio furniture's gone. Like, and he's showing me pictures. Like apparently some major storm blew through here.
Jeez.
And there were alarms and sirens and like people running for cover and parts of people's yards and houses are gone. And like, I didn't know anything had happened.
You're just like another day in LA.
For real, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah. The other morning there was an earthquake and I was on the phone. I'm like, oh, there's an earthquake. And did I duck and cover? No, nothing.
Sirens and people's backyards missing. Sounds like
I slept through whatever storm it was because I didn't know it had even occurred. Everyone else was like, oh my gosh, nothing.
Oh man.
So.
Sheesh.
But it's honestly, it's nice and it's kind of warmer here than I think it had been in Southern California. So it's fine.
Yeah, nice. When do you travel home?
Tomorrow night. I'll be home.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah, this time tomorrow I'll be home.
Nice. Good stuff.
All right. Any other than the obvious Daredevil stuff, did you guys watch anything else this week?
Mm-hmm.
What you got,
Invincible.
Ah, man.
You guys are sleeping on Invincible, man.
No, we're just catching up, man.
All y'all sleeping on it.
Getting caught up. Got to catch up.
It is good though.
It's so good. And tomorrow's episode. So when this podcast airs, the next episode will already be live, and it's going to be wild.
Did I see the tease of the Viltrumites?
No.
Is that what I saw?
What you saw is like a multiverse of Invincibles.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
So this one villain has the power to
the brain
to
guy,
go,
right?
Yeah. He has the power to go into different multiverses or whatever. And he's after revenge for I'm not going to get into it, but he gets all the Invincibles from other multiverses to come and join him to go, find this mark, and it's gonna get crazy. So,
dude, that's an exciting part of the storyline. That was a really cool arc. Doesn't maybe I won't spoil what I was about to say. I'll keep it to myself. I'll take it off mic.
We'll wait a week, I guess. Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Nice. No. Yo, Brandon, is that Brandon?
Hello, sir.
That is our boy. What's up? Shout out to Brandon.
Well, I haven't watched much, but I did pick up a new show called The Lincoln Lawyer. You guys heard of that?
That's an old show, though, right? It's not.
Yeah, it's an older show. It's based off of the movie that Matthew McConaughey was in.
All right.
But it's pretty good because it's all based in LA. And then what's really cool is like in every episode he either goes to like a bar or a restaurant or something, but it like really exists within LA. And then so like, it's like they're kind of like showing you the actual city, but
you'll see familiar spots.
Yeah, but it's what's cool about it. It's like it's not spots that you would typically like. They're not touristy spots. They're like you would only know it if you're like a local of LA. So it's kind of cool. And then of course I'm playing the new season of Fortnite. I got my Daredevil skin last night, Brian.
There's a Daredevil skin?
Yes, sir. It's only in the shop for like 3 days, so you better hurry up.
Dude. I don't have it.
You didn't bring your Wii or what is it?
I don't have time for that, dude.
Stevie, is the skin based on the MCU like new design, or is it based on the comic?
I think it's based on Netflix season 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see.
Still MCU-ish.
They'll probably milk it. They'll do all of them.
Yeah, they should.
Get all that money.
If they're doing season 1, they'll do season 2, and
even that ketchup mustard.
No,
the
I'm sorry.
She-Hulk
It's
version.
the
There's like
classic-
6 versions.
It's the classic
already.
costume, the classic comic costume.
I am a little
With
bummed.
the
I
DD on the
painted my
chest.
Daredevil costume yellow and red. I
The
wish I
yellow
wouldn't
is
have done
dope.
Yeah.
that. It's dope, but it just didn't get enough time.
It's too
on the
niche.
screen.
Yeah,
it's too niche. Yeah.
But it would be cool to do a separate one.
yeah.
And
know,
it's
not convert, but-
and it's embarrassing.
The yellow and red. You just don't know your comics, boy.
No, the yellow and
It's
red is a great
embarrassing.
costume.
What's embarrassing about it?
He just doesn't like
He
She-Hulk.
just doesn't like She-Hulk.
Because She-Hulk.
Oh,
That's the embarrassing part.
Yeah, but
Luke's
he's
just
also
Luke's just gonna walk around barefoot.
I'll do it. Don't threaten me.
Just paint
he
it.
also
Just repaint it red.
he kicked some butt in that series. Like he had some good moments in that
cares?
yellow and red.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that
comic
is cool.
version.
That is a nice comic version.
I'm not down for buying skins,
Comic
but I'm
those
gonna have
are
to get in
those
on
are
that.
those are the shoulders that John makes for his Mandos.
Oh
Dude,
my
totally.
god, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the same lip to
Holy-
it. That's sick.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
There you go. If you guys want Daredevil shoulders,
Eh,
hit up John Rodriguez FX.
That's
Holla
funny.
at your
I
boy.
can make them flexible, yeah.
Luke, just repaint
That's
it.
great.
It's easy.
Yeah, that's true. I could paint.
I
over
bet
the
if you
yellow.
wash it, that paint will come off or no?
You can get leather paint.
Yeah.
It'll stick
Yeah.
on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might do that.
Uh,
I forgot where we were at. We had appearance by Brandon. He said you have his keys, Luke.
Oh, I do have his keys. We also reviewed Daredevil while you were away from the mic. So
sorry.
about
Perfect. Marvel Minute. All right. Good night, you guys. I'll see you
that.
later.
Goodbye,
Yeah,
Brian.
we're done.
Goodbye
Good night,
forever.
everyone.
speaking of things in LA,
Hmm.
because I was talking about Lincoln Lawyer. That's a good segue, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Great
Okay.
segue.
Speaking of things in Southern California,
Welcome to Pabu, my home away from home.
Ooh, Raimi,
You're muted.
like
Gotta unmute. Yeah, I'm trying to jockey the mute button because I'm like typing like a madman over here because I'm traveling and I didn't do the news until just now. The Friday night of WonderCon, March 28th, at 7:30 to 8:30 in room 208 at the event. Dad Batch Family Reunion will be live on stage. So come see the Dad Batch. This is going to be Luke's first WonderCon.
Yay.
Yeah.
So come wish the Left Coast Avenger a happy first WonderCon in person on Friday, March 28th at 7:30 p.m. in room 208 at WonderCon. So come to the panel, come say hi to the Space Dads there and see us. Bring your costumes. Tell us what's on your workbench. Tell us what you're interested in seeing in the news and around the con. And come hang out. It's basically a live version of the show. So we want to talk to you. But this is our chance to see and hear from you, our audience, instead of you listening to us talk the entire time. So come check it out.
what are you gonna wear, Luke?
We're doing Mandos, right? Isn't that what we talked about last week? Did that get
Mandos
thrown
are
out?
so the big Mando Day is Saturday at WonderCon. So that's definitely on the table.
Oh, but
Although
for
I would say do that
Friday,
on
yeah.
Saturday. So what are we gonna do on Friday?
What are we doing Friday, boys?
Let me
I
know,
think
Deadpool Luke.
like we could do.
I mean, I'm still down for multiverse Macho Man Randy Savages, but I know.
No, I want to see a
we're on the
classic.
fence.
I want to see a classic Left Avenger costume.
Oh, should I
See,
bring
'cause-
Cap? Should I bring Cap?
Bring Cap.
I don't know.
Should
I don't
bring
know.
Cap?
Something that I don't know, man. Like
Although
Do you
traveling
have,
with
do you
Shield's
have
gonna
the
suck.
do you have the Daredevil costume? Stuff?
I do. It's yellow and red at the moment, but I do have
Fix
it.
it.
think of all the She-Hulks you could pick up.
Fix
No one,
it.
no one wants to see that. Just wash it.
Fix that ketchup and mustard. Oh, yeah, maybe Daredevil. Sheesh.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned. What are you guys gonna wear then? If I'm gonna do some Left Coast Avenger, dip in the closet, dip in the crates, what are you guys gonna bust?
Kingpin's already ready.
We've talked about a few things.
Look at him. Kingpin's ready. Look at him.
Kingpin.
Yeah, if you wear your Daredevil, I'll go get a Kingpin suit.
Okay. That's pretty goddamn good.
You heard it here first, people.
Yep.
Steven's like, all I gotta do is wear a suit. Perfect.
Well, I don't know. Unless we can come across something that we can all forewear that unifies us in some way.
Pretty sure John
if not,
could.
That's okay too.
John could throw.
I don't have any
Punisher
together
together real easy.
What?
Punisher. Punisher.
Ooh.
I don't have anything for that.
It's real easy to do.
I don't have anything.
You got the beard.
You have white paint and you have a
yeah,
t-shirt.
the beard. I have the beard. Yeah, got it.
You got white.
I have a
beard.
t-shirt.
Beard
Yeah, you got a
check.
black t-shirt and some white paint.
I have a Punisher t-shirt.
Black clothes.
I will send you what you need.
Actually, probably between us, we probably have enough that we could build a pretty
literally
Punisher costume.
Send you everything but a vest, and
We're gonna crowdsource a Punisher costume for you.
Remy, can you do a Colin Farrell bullseye?
Oh,
you have the
rigid collodium.
Dude,
yeah,
I was
rigid
just gonna say
collodion
rigid
on the
collodion.
forehead.
Oh,
I think he has a. I think he has that beard, right?
He does. He does have
a
very
goatee.
similar beard.
He has a goatee.
Look at Remy. He's like,
I'm looking.
Goatee
Google's
season. Feeling like
Ramey's
goatee
gonna be
season.
Sewing in about 5 minutes. John, I think you know how to paint too, so I think you painting a vest would be pretty simple.
I could do a Punisher vest. Yeah,
simple.
I could do that tonight.
I'll tell you exactly how I did it too. It's not hard.
Oh yeah, you did Tori's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would even send it to you, but it's all sized down for her, so it doesn't fit.
No, yeah. I'll
But
just
I have
paint
pants.
the one I have.
I have pants and I have all the holsters and stuff. So
Where am I gonna get this like alligator skin trench coat that he wears?
You're
Dude,
gonna make it.
Joanne's.
That's what, like telling me to do that. I'm like, where am I
Oh,
gonna
wow.
get the jacket?
Listen,
Wait,
gotta
let me
love-
see that. Let me see that again.
Oh
my god.
With the black tank top underneath.
Dude,
too. It's a
that's
sick look.
gnarly.
You have 2 weeks. Get on
A
it.
black wife beater.
Hold on.
Everything that
God.
was amazing about the early 2000s in that photo.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Hold on. I'm looking up.
He's literally
alligator.
wearing that jacket in every photo I find too. So like, there's no doing it any other way.
Dude, they have fake crocodile leather upholstery at Joanne's.
Oh,
Oh,
Get a bolt
well, you
of
better
that,
hurry,
off
bro.
to
They're
the
about to
races.
close.
You could, and it's on sale for $6.99 a yard.
I literally just got a text from somebody listening to the live stream egging me on to do it. So
let's go.
Now
Okay,
I'm
cool.
jealous.
So we have Kingpin, Bullseye, Punisher,
Oh my God.
Daredevil.
Is this
All right.
jacket,
What?
is this snakeskin or whatever this is jacket purple? Even goodness.
Yep.
gracious.
Hopefully.
More than likely.
Now I'm jealous.
Come on and
You
fly
got
out,
some
dude.
Dude,
Sounds like-
miles, bro. Get some miles going.
Look at that. Look at it.
Look at
He's
that
like holding a
belt buckle.
rose. Look at that. Yeah, the belt buckle. Look at this.
What is that?
Yeah, well, Ramey, that's yep. You got 2 weeks,
Is that Stone Cold Steve Austin? Looks kinda-
dude.
yeah.
You ready, John?
Purple does
John
rock.
Wick with a skull logo. Thank you, Austin.
I'm
for
gonna
that
cut
one.
my hair.
That's always fun. WonderCon is like, I don't know. It's just a fun, no pressure con. You know,
It's
no
great for
pressure.
costuming.
Yeah, it's a good costume con for sure.
Yeah.
And it's very good practice for the upcoming conventions.
Welcome to Pabu, my home away from home.
Here's your drink and enjoy the reunion.
What's he
Okay, so
saying?
all of that stuff.
Favorite part of
I
the pod.
just all of that stuff that I just said about the panel for WonderCon applies to the one, but in Japan. So, it's the same spiel, right? So, Dad Batch Podcast Family Reunion on Saturday, April 19th at 4 p.m. local time on the Holonet News stage at Celebration Japan. So again, come see the Dad Batch live on stage at Celebration. We did this at London for the last celebration, and we were shocked at the turnout that we had there. And that was our first one of these, right?
It was.
So we had no idea what to expect, and we were very, very humbled and surprised by the turnout that we had. And we're looking forward to it. And I will say we've got some fun things planned for Japan. So we're excited. We hope to see as many people there as possible, and we've got some surprises for everybody. So again, Saturday, April 19th, 4 p.m. local time in Japan, on the Holonet News stage. So come see the Dad Batch.
So when that was 2 years ago, I think, in London. 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember. I think it was 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Okay.
2023.
So my son was asking me in the car last week or this weekend. He says, "Dad, when we go to Japan, are you going to do a podcast?" I said, "Yes, of course." He goes, "Cool." And then there's like a slight pause, and he's thinking, and I can see him like formulating the words to the question. And he says, "Are you going to make everybody hide under the table again?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "No, son. No."
That was interesting.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but yeah, we do have a lot of stuff going on now that you mentioned that. There's a lot of surprises. Gosh, I just want to talk about it, but gotta wait. And on that note, thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. If you'd like to show your support for the show, pick up an exclusive Celebration Japan family reunion t-shirt and some stickers at thedadbatch.com.
This garbage is nothing like clone armor.
Looks a little tight on you, old man.
Yeah, at least I know how to wear it.
That's right, everybody. It's time for the weekly workbench. All right, gentlemen, who is working on what?
I'm in Texas. Don't go to me.
Nobody's working on anything?
You got stuff?
Usually you just put someone on the screen. And
I was waiting for the target on the back.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is. I spoke out. Damn it. I started working on some stuff for Japan. Speak of the exciting place we're all headed to here in a couple months. So kind of decided to finalize it down. We talked a couple weeks ago about lack of ideas on my part and just kind of like lack of some direction. We here collaborated and decided to stay kind of in line with what you guys are representing in Japan for Celebration. And I'm going to be doing the Bad Batch Clone Assassin or Clone X. Is it Clone X or Clone Assassin? I gotta watch the Bad Batch again.
Not tech.
Like CX99, right? That was
CX99. Yeah.
Or CX1. Sorry. Yeah.
Or are you CX2?
CX somebody or other. Yeah.
Ooh, see, there are a couple of different ones, but I think it is CX99. I think it's like the one that we see. The helmet has kind of the bug eye, like goggle, kind of like motorcycle helmet to it. And I'll be doing that with a, kind of a Japanese spin on it. Kind of more like ninja than samurai I'm leaning toward right now, just with some of the pieces I've got coming together. Though this came out this morning, and I will be doing the helmet.
And what is this? For audio listeners?
This is the chin piece to the helmet. So I'm holding up a resin printed chin kind of like parts. Oh, there you go. Parts of the helmet. I'm gonna do the opened up version. There's a part of the show where, he's identified as obviously one of the clones, and looks like everybody else. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do the opened up helmet, not be so cumbersome, a little easier to travel with, etc. So yeah, I got the chin piece printed out, like got it all scaled, looks good. Little resin piece, and then I had some foam pieces that I started repainting. So what I'm holding up on for the folks watching on YouTube and the audio listeners are these panels. What are these called in samurai like culture? Like drop panel or
thigh armor or
thigh armor? Yeah, kind
or
of
something.
Yeah, kind of part of that like kama like battle, battle skirt thing. That's kind of half skirt thing or whatever. Yeah, so I had made these a long time ago.
How did you make that?
Dude, these are foam.
Like EVA foam?
These are EVA foam. This is EVA foam cut by hand, heated, formed, plasti dipped, and then the rope piece is rope. It's like a cable, like hiking lace rope that I found, like paracord style. It's a waxed lace. And so it has like a really nice texture to it, in kind of that like traditional way that this armor was like held together.
I mean, that's what mine armor is going to look like for Echo.
Yeah. So these are really neat. Like these were foam. They're super pliable.
Yeah.
And I originally, like years ago, was working on building a samurai Boba Fett. This was like pre 3D printer. And I had like basically got from like toe up to the waist, like from the feet up to the waist on the build. And I just don't have like the bandwidth to get that whole thing like produced anymore. I've since like downloaded files for the armor, and maybe one day I'll like chase that down and finish that samurai Fett. But in the immediate, there were some really cool armor pieces that I already had built that repainted black could be pretty ambiguous for this kind of Clone X ninja hybrid that I'm working on here.
Perfect.
So it's pretty much it. Other than that, I had some pieces for Clone X come in, like his footwear that I'm eyeballing for wearing for there and altering and stuff. So
are you making the back piece to that chin part?
Yeah, I'm gonna have the whole like
Sweet.
It's got like on the file like the back of the helmet.
It's almost like an Iron Man. Like an Iron Man helmet,
yeah.
Dude, exactly. It's opened up about as much as Iron Man's helmet is how I'll walk around with it.
And if you use like magnets, you can just like break it down so it packs up easily.
That's exactly it too. So the file that I have, which is from the I believe it's the Galactic Armory, has the holes recessed on the file to drop in like the right size magnet for them. If I get far enough along with like the general build, I am going to try to do the faceplate. And with that, if I end up doing that, I'm going to make that have a very kind of like vintage patinaed, kind of like Japanese, like really heavy Japanese like leaning kind of influence on that. I was thinking like doing that face piece just in bronze, and the rest of the helmet would be like black, and then that would be darkened, like really like it was almost like burned, but you can see like the copper,
like amber and stuff.
Yeah, and then maybe in the recesses of the crack details, like do that like turquoise patina color to it that copper gets.
Love it.
So concepts, not concrete yet, but we're getting there. So that's it for me. Japan.
Dude, your foam work is amazing.
Thanks,
I've
man.
just been 3D printing all of my armor.
Yeah.
And I'm like at the spot right now where all the armor pieces were pretty much done. I just need to start like laying everything out and assembling. And then like I was doing that and I was like, the one piece that I overlooked was the like the ab, basically from the waist to the chest, because I have that piece, that shoulder armor piece that I showed off last week, but there was nothing like on the chest area. So I was looking into like the different samurai armors, and man, there's like a lot of cool pieces out there, but there was like no 3D files for like exactly what I wanted. So then I started looking at just like trying to get inspiration, I just started looking at like 3D models for samurais, but like the miniatures, like you know those minis like that John, you know the tabletop minis like you paint, and there's a ton of those out there. And then so I finally found one that I liked. I downloaded just the little tiny tabletop. What are those, like an inch tall or something?
Mm-hmm.
The figs, yeah, like 2-3 inches, 2 inches.
So I
maybe.
downloaded the file for that. Brought it into like Mesh Mixer, chopped it up, literally just highlighted the piece that I wanted. Scaled it up like 6,000% or whatever it was.
Sick.
And it's like an HD file, right? Like it's like a crispy.
So I know it's not foam, but
oh, dude,
you crazy.
You crazy. Stevie's showing us on the audio listener side. He is showing us this killer ab plate that is like full traditional.
It's so thin because of the way that I like sliced it.
Yeah,
dude.
And then I put I just punched some holes in there so I can connect it to my what did we call that? The waist, the battle skirt or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm so happy with it.
Oh, like, dude, that's beauty, man.
That one
that's
piece?
so good.
Yeah, it was printed one piece on the Ender 5 Max. So it's actually 400 millimeters tall.
Oh, that is as big as that printer will go. That's where it maxes out.
I love how Steven doesn't like share anything with us. He's just all, hey, check this out. Look what I made.
Dude, just drops the hammers.
First time we've heard about it.
Yeah, Mike, drop it. Thanks.
Yeah, look how thin it is.
We talk every day, all day. First time
I don't want
because all day long.
I don't want to show you this because then I'll have nothing to talk about on the pod.
Sure you will.
No, it's good. I like the surprises. Keep it up. But dude, insane
surprise.
I'm really happy with it because this literally came from a little tiny minifig.
Unreal.
That's awesome.
So yeah, if you don't find what you want out there, just get creative, I guess.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't have the skills to work on foam and make it look good. So
yeah, that was the medium that I messed around with a bit before I got into 3D printing. And always was looking to find a way to make things like more symmetrical and all of that stuff that it's hard to achieve with foam. But dude, the advent of 3D printing for consumers is just so unreal. Like the fact you can pull out a piece like that, Steven, and just like no time and have it have the detail that you want is so sick.
Yeah.
You just slap it on there and push a button and it comes out.
Yeah, but all of the work you did though to scale it, like you said, like you had to get creative with it. Like that's
you just push a button. And it just goes.
Push buttons.
That was the thing though.
You're pushing buttons.
had I just scaled it up and hit print, it probably would have been like I don't know, 2 to 3 inches, like 2 to 3 inches thick.
Yeah.
Which that would have just
That's what she said. Well, I went snowboarding last weekend, so I did not build anything, and then I left. So I have printed out some boot armor for my Celebration Japan crosshair. I actually took Deadpool foot armor, scaled it down super small. It kind of looks samurai-ish.
Mm-hmm. Totally does. It's like tiered out, stacked out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 little pieces. So I printed those out. I keep repainting my mask. I think it's done now.
Creepy mask.
I'm not touching it anymore. Yeah.
No, you put the white in the eyes. That's new. Tell them about the white in the eyes.
Oh, I put some white mesh. I have nothing to show, but I put white mesh behind the eyes of my mask because it looked kind of weird that it was open.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that.
That was a good touch. That helped.
I ordered that apparel piece that we talked about to see how that works because you guys kind of like steered me down a different path that I was at, and I'm actually kind of stoked on it. So we'll see how it looks when it gets here.
What's the apparel piece? I might have missed that in the convo.
It's I don't even know what you call it.
You said it looks like a Jedi.
It looks like a talbot.
Oh, it's like a tunic, like kind of a tunic thing.
Yeah, like a tunic, like a sleeveless tunic.
Nice.
That's like long, it goes down to like my knees.
Damn.
So we'll see how that looks when it shows up. But I think that might look kind of cool. So I was really stoked on my jacket, but it's starting to be like a lot of stuff I'm going to put on, and it's going to get hot. So, and that jacket that I have is like thick too. So I don't know if I necessarily want to wear that depending on the weather. But I mean, I'll probably bring it. I'll probably bring it with me for sure because I'll probably just wear it while we're in Japan. But if it works for the costume, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But
yeah,
that's it. I haven't worked on anything.
Nope. Well, while you guys are looking at costumes for Japan, I am looking a little bit forward to Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
Which I don't have we said what we're doing? Have we told anyone? Have we
We've talked about it.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Okay.
We totally have.
So
one we should say that it's one of our group costumes.
That's a good point.
It's one of the group costumes. Apparently we're all doing Deadpools or Deadpool variants or
Deadpool variants
or Deadpool universe. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So so I guess the one that fell on me is the X-Force Deadpool version.
Dude.
And the gray one, you guys know. But I teamed up with Guabo.
Kind of the best one.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I love it.
It's a good one, and it'll break up, like Rami said, it'll break up all the red that's going to be going on with you guys. But I teamed up with Guabo, so I guess Guabo Butt's going to build my suit. So we'll see.
Awesome.
I don't know. I'm
a
little scared, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Cool opportunity though. So it's good combo.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
We're gonna have a gang.
Yeah, and they're sending extra fabric too, so we can make a mask or a proper mask.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I talked to Guabo and he's sending me red mask fabric because I only need the mask fabric for mine because the rest of my variant is like so radically different. Like I only need the mask fabric.
Yeah,
and so he's going to throw some red mask fabric in to John's order and just ship it with
in my
yours.
package. Yeah.
So cool.
That's cool of them. Yeah, they message me a lot. They're like, "Can you share this for us?" Or "Can you?" They're like, they hit me up today. Like, "Do you think we should build a Daredevil costume? Do you think it would sell?" I'm like, absolutely. Like, you should have built it freaking last month. Like, get on it now. They're like, "Can you help us with reference?" I'm like,
just send them the picture of the 5 helmets next to each other.
No, I sent them some some costumes that other people are wearing and images from the show, and they're like, "All right, thank you." So we'll see what they come up with. I'm not getting that costume. They're just asking about building it. So I was like, yeah, absolutely do it. Like it's killing it. Yeah. What was the other group? I don't know what else we're doing for Comic-Con.
I don't know if we.
What are you wearing for WonderCon?
I don't know.
It's that, isn't it? I thought it was the costume that you like repainted and cleaned up.
Well, I have the Helldiver one, but that's not what we're doing. I don't know what day.
Oh wait, no, we just discussed. I'm sorry, you're doing Punisher.
Am I?
Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, you remember, right? You're doing
it. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can paint my vest later with like a marker, like a big white art pen.
Oh, nice.
See if I can play with it. We'll see how it comes out. I don't know. I also have a Punisher shirt. Like I have one.
That works.
So
too.
maybe I can put a trench coat on and just be like, hey,
dude, just get your Helldiver armor
off, dude. Like you've got a cool face that could look like his, like, and pull it off in the right way. Yeah.
Dude,
a little, a little like dust and
bandages,
stuff speckled on you. And yeah, it'd be pretty cool, man.
Your Helldiver armor, is it a chest and an ab, or is it just
is someone asking?
No,
Are you asking? It's one piece.
So you should just use that as your Punisher armor.
Oh, that comment's really funny.
No,
you have a cool face.
Oh, thank you, Luke.
You do have a cool face. I want to just make sure
I have a face that could pass for many things. That's what I think you're saying. Like
yes.
I
you
can
got a
kind of
very
look like
very
whatever.
pleasant to look at face that can work for different characters and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's a
if I just
compliment
shave
of the highest order.
or cut my hair or something. Yeah,
That's my Ninja Turtle speak for you, are a handsome man. Dude, you got a cool face.
Thank you, Master Splinter. Anyway,
Oh God.
Okay, I guess doing Punisher. I don't know about that, guys. I don't have like weapons. What am I going to take? A gun?
Well, it's a con. You don't really need weapons.
What am I going to take?
A pencil. John Wick Punisher.
A bandolier of pencils.
I'm going to cut my hair if I do Punisher. But
or you could do that Daredevil that's right behind you. That was always my favorite.
That would be sick too.
The blind
Hold
one.
on a minute.
The blind one's my favorite.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're all blind.
I'm sorry, the blindfolded one.
Okay.
Are you blind?
What is that? Just black shirt, black pants, Cadillac?
Yep. Yeah. He's got those kind of like gloves.
Yeah, but doesn't he do something special with his headpiece?
It goes over his eyes.
Yeah, it's like Kanan. It's like Kanan, but
it's like Kanan. Another
over his
character.
eyes, over his nose.
We'll see. I'll research it. I have the wraps. I have hand wraps, so that's already a plus, I guess.
I mean, I think we're all just gonna pale in comparison to 1999's Bullseye.
Oh, dude.
What is it? 2003's Bullseye.
I already found the jacket. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
We need a Bluetooth speaker to play whatever that 1999 Daredevil soundtrack is out of Raimi's leather gator jacket.
Alternatively, Raimi could do Foggy.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's not as exciting as a full scale alligator duster.
Foggy. He's just in a suit.
I just want him to carry the rose around and like he's smelling it like in the movie.
I don't remember that.
It's rope. I don't like this costume. I like the red Daredevil costume, but I don't like the blindfolded one. Nah. It's like an athletic like compression shirt and
why you're not fully locked into Punisher is beyond me. Why would you not want to be Punisher?
I don't not want to be Punisher. It's just not. It's not first on my list because I'd have to like build the costume.
I have pants and holsters for you.
You wear tiny.
No,
pants.
34, dude. You're a 34.
Hey, that's another quote. You wear tiny pants.
You wear tiny man pants.
Okay, listen. You can be Elektra if you want. We can get you that.
I do wear 34s now though, so
yeah, or Elektra, one or the other. Just
Wait, if you,
right, dude, you have a cool face for Elektra. Let me just.
Elektra, awesome. I could do that. Red, what is that? Like red spandex?
I thought you were retired.
Retired. Anyway.
We're being hailed. This encryption's new. This might take a while.
Okay. All right. My news is a little out of whack today because the travel. So a little bit of celebration news. And again, apologies. My news is going to be a little sparse just because the road trip. So the art prints that will be available in the Celebration Art Store went on pre-sale today. So I guess the way that they're doing it is like the prints are like limited to like 250 pieces or something like that, and like 200 of them were available today at 6 p.m. Pacific time online, and then another 50 of them will be available on site if they sell out or whatever they don't run out of. So you can get them pre-sale now for pickup on site, or you could, whatever's left over plus the 50 that they hold back, you'll be able to get. As of when I checked it right before we started recording, the only one that had sold out was the one that I actually was interested in trying to get, which is the one that was very anime looking. I haven't seen Steven scroll past it yet, but yeah, these are the ones that are there. They will have additional prints available. I don't know that this is the extent of what will be in the art show, but yeah, again, at 6 p.m. Pacific, these went up for sale. Some of them are very Japanese inspired, and then others are just sort of normal prints that are just Celebration exclusives. That one right there, the one on the right, that one is the only one that, as of earlier, was the only one that was sold out. So, moving on.
That's rad. That one there, the boba one.
The boba one.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh yeah, the daimyo one. That one was still available.
Very cool. I bet you David Neth is getting that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too wild about the
it's got
placement. I'm not too wild about the placement of the
yeah,
bubbles.
yeah. The placement's a bit suspect, but the artwork's very cool.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, Boba Fett for sure.
Speaking of Celebration, so they announced 4 major panels that are going to be taking place at the show. These are not going to be the only panels that are taking place, so don't panic, right? But these are the ones that they're going to be doing advanced reservations for. So on Friday morning at the show, The Mandalorian and Grogu, these are all going to be taking place on the Celebration stage, which is the biggest stage, right? So The Mandalorian Grogu panel on Friday morning, Andor Season 2 on Saturday morning, Ahsoka on Saturday afternoon, and then Star Wars Visions Volume 3 on Sunday. So the way that this is going to work, they're not doing like a lottery system the way that they did before with the badge holders or anything like that. So on March 25th at 4 p.m. Pacific time, which translates to March 26th at 8 a.m. Japan time, they're going to have like an online reservation queue, kind of very much the same as like when you buy your tickets for the con, where you'll be able to, ticket holders will be able to go and get in the queue and try and get spots for the panel. Now, people who purchased more than one ticket are being encouraged to transfer their additional tickets to whoever is going to be the ticket holder, because those people are going to be expected to try and reserve their own spot. So whereas in times past, like if you were going to do the lottery thing, like you could associate your ticket with like a group and you could get your group in. Like if one person in the group got in, they could like associate their group could get in. It doesn't sound like that's the way this is going to work. Like if you get in, you get in. And if you've got a friend who's trying to get in too and they don't get in, then you're getting in and they're not, right? Like, so I don't know if that's going to change, and we'll get more information about how this is going to work between now and then. I suspect they might have a way to accommodate this, but as of right now, I haven't seen how that would work. But again, they're encouraging people that if you've got tickets that are for someone else, put that ticket in their name in the meantime so that they can get in the queue themselves and try and get their own spot. So, and as usual, there will be the main venue is going to be the Celebration stage where everything takes place. 2 additional rooms, which are the Galaxy stage and the Twin Sun stage, where people at the con will be able to go and watch a live broadcast from the Celebration room into those stages. And then that'll be it as far as watching the content from the main stage. And there will not be a stream to anyone outside of the con. So people at home are not going to be able to watch the content of those panels.
What was the date and time of that?
March 25th, 4 p.m. Pacific.
It would be cool to maybe as like a group, we identify some panels that would be of interest to try to attend, or maybe put out some suggestions for some of the folks attending, like some of our audience too, that, could suggest some things that might be of interest to everybody.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I don't have the particulars on it, but friend of the show, and I know that John, your good friends, I think her name is, I want to say, is it Lizzie? No.
I'm sorry. What were you referencing?
Huh?
Hold on. No. One of our friends of the show is having their first panel for Japan. She has a podcast. Her dad messages us all the time.
Oh, yeah. The Hinton Star
Hintons.
Wars family.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Hintons.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Mike.
yes.
Yeah.
Their
Mike
daughter,
Hinton, yeah.
Zoe.
Zoe. Their daughter Zoe. She
Zoe.
moved out here a little while ago.
Sorry,
From,
dad
I
brain took
think
over.
they're from Pennsylvania. But she moved out here a little while ago, and yeah, so she's got her own panel. And you know what? She had a panel with the Rogue Rebels.
Yeah,
kid,
Lizzie Perales.
That's why Lizzie was on
That's
my
what you
brain,
were thinking. Yeah, that's what.
Sorry, guys. I'm over 40. It takes a while for the.
Yeah, you guys are old, man.
It takes a while for the.
What's this you guys' business? I wasn't the one that was lost.
Just the cobwebs off.
The Purgle juice just needs to start flowing.
Oh, yeah. That's what happens when those
don't.
Purgles suck you off.
Brian said it this time, not me. I'm just saying. I'm sure I'm going to hear from Meganeth again. He's in the chat too.
Gotta be careful with those Purgles, man.
Might wake up at a different place.
Anywho, so
we've lost 2 members.
we did. Stephen got up and walked away completely. So they on the panels thing. So they did say that there will be limited standby opportunities available on site for the panels that they're doing this drawing for, or the but the once the room is full, the line's closed and you won't be able to get in, right? So let's see which one I'm jumping around here. Which one do I want to do next? I'm doing and or last. Celebration. Okay, we talked about Kathleen Kennedy last week, right? And the whole she's leaving Lucasfilm thing. I want to be clear here, right? So we talked about she's leaving Lucasfilm. In the meantime, she came out and very adamantly said, "I'm not retiring." Meanwhile, I don't know that anybody ever said that she was retiring. We just said she was leaving Lucasfilm. So,
all right.
Anyways, she's leaving Lucasfilm. She confirmed as much. She said she was originally planning on leaving at the end of last year. She decided to stay on for another 12 months. She had some reasons why. Interestingly enough, honestly, the most interesting thing that I thought came out of her statement about leaving was that she actually publicly confirmed the Sean Levy and Simon Kinberg projects, which I think are the first time we've had any kind of official confirmation from Lucasfilm that either of those projects existed. So I don't know that we had seen any kind of official statement from anybody about those. So, but straight from Kathleen's mouth.
Do you have her press release?
No, I don't.
Text her. Ask her.
Hold on. Let me text KK real quick.
Yeah, get her on the phone.
I can let's talk big business here for a second. Yeah. Ramey works in the corporate world. I have worked in the corporate world at some point in time.
I do.
When big VPs, presidents, CEOs of companies.
Can you remove the microphone out of your mouth, please?
He thought he was a Purgle there for a second.
Yeah.
It's not a blue microphone.
Trying to send you off into a new place, buddy.
Oh my god.
When these big wigs retire. It's pretty rare that they're actually retiring. Usually what happens is the powers that be go
retire.
Oh my god, what are you
on the
mic?
Dude, you're not supposed to bang on the mic, bro.
If Steven could spray you with a squirt bottle right now, he would do that. Don't do that.
They knock on your door and they say, "Listen, you should retire. I think it's your time."
Retire.
So it's usually how that goes.
She's just gonna retire like Bob Iger. She'll say that she's not the president doing the day-to-day.
Yep.
But she's going to be doing the producing of all the 6 movies, and
there are people that are executive producer on films that have all the producer is somebody that's investing money. That's it. They're bankrolling the film. That's all. They don't work for the company at all. They're just investing in the project. So she is going to invest money and put her name on the project, and that's it. She doesn't work for Lucas. At the end of this year, she no longer is on Lucasfilm's payroll, but she's going to be listed as an executive producer on anything she put her fingerprint on up until now. And she has the ability to put her name as an executive producer on any project that she decides to and is allowed to invest in until the day she dies. So, I don't think her money spends just as much as anyone else's. Nobody's going to turn her away if she wants to invest in their project.
I think you're right about her wanting that Oscar, though, Raimi.
Yeah,
like this is her last.
She wants one. And the only way Star Wars is not going to crank out an Oscar, nor is Indiana Jones, or Lucasfilm's not an Oscar producing company. Marvel is not an Oscar producing company. That's not the kind of franchises they are. So you got to go and do something with a Steven Spielberg or somebody like that, which she's friends with. So if she goes off and does her own independent studio and she does a project with him or Frank Marshall, her husband, she's got a better chance of getting that Oscar. But she can't do that at Lucasfilm.
Why is the camera on me?
Because you were the one who was talking there.
Because you're the one talking, bro.
Because you look like a Purgle, dude.
You get that.
We wanted a close up on that microphone business that you were doing there for a minute.
So pergy.
So, but yeah, so she's leaving Lucasfilm. She will no longer be the president of Lucasfilm. And she made it very clear that she's not retiring, which again, I don't know that anybody ever said she was. But, the BAFTA Game Awards. So Star Wars Outlaws got 3 nominations for the BAFTA Game Awards. So the first category was Audio Achievement, in which they are up against Animal Well, Astrobot, Helldivers 2, John, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Still Wakes the Deep. I haven't heard of most of those. They also got nominated in the category of music, up against Astrobot again, Black Myth, Wukong, Final Fantasy 7, Rebirth, Helldivers 2 again, and Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. And then Humberly Gonzalez, who is the mocap and voice actress for the lead character Kves, got nominated for Best Performer in a Lead Role, and is up against Alec Newman of Still Wakes the Deep, Isabella Inchbald of Indica, Luke Roberts of Silent Hill 2, Melina Jurgens of Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Yilan Knoll of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So the award ceremony is on Tuesday, April 8th. So I'm sure that once that award ceremony is over, we'll get news of anything that they won, and we'll report back. Let's see. Next up, Osgood Perkins, the director of Longlegs and The Monkey, wants to make a Vader movie exploring his dreams and nightmares as a series of short stories. So I thought this one was interesting. Wow. So he did a Reddit AMA. I'm actually not familiar with his work, but the premise is interesting. So he did a Reddit AMA, and he was asked like what would be his dream project, and he went off on this like huge, like he was ready for the question. He's got a huge background in horror, and this would be like a deep dive in Vader's psyche, and like it would be like disturbing and unsettling, and it would be like a series of short stories, like getting into like dreams and nightmares and like what it would be like inside of Vader's mind in a nightmare kind of situation. So
I don't like that.
Conceptually, Brian,
I
I think the concept is interesting, but Brian and I
like
would not enjoy watching that because we're not into that like disturbing kind of genre.
Brian's a giant weenie, but I like it because the thing is,
no, it sounds stupid.
No. Listen, because you could do a huge, like even you could do the perspective of the soldier or something like that, where it's like where you're being hunted by Vader, where it's like almost like a predator type thing, or not predator obviously, but it could be a scary thing. It could be. I know they're talking about the psyche, but it could.
I can say that I don't know that I would enjoy watching that personally, but I do think that conceptually it'd be a good idea. So,
I mean,
there's been some like small anthology comic stories that have tapped into some of that inner side of like Vader's psyche and nightmarish kind of vision stuff that could be pretty interesting to explore.
And you said the word Visions. Wasn't there an old Dark Horse
Visions
comic? Visions. It was called Visions.
It was called Dark Visions.
Yeah, I have that print.
Yeah.
So at home, it's actually good, and it's about exactly this kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it could be something they could fall into and have a ton of stories to build off of.
Mm-hmm.
And singular short stories would be great with a character like that. You know, we don't have a lot of like backstory from his internal monologue side, so it could be really cool to do and explore.
Yeah.
I prefer to have some mystery with Vader.
Yeah, you can't.
I think it was who did Rogue One?
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards. How he said like, they didn't want to overuse Vader. They wanted to keep an air of mystery around him.
Yeah.
And that's part of why he's so menacing and so cool, especially during that time where he was so angry and violent. Like, I don't know.
And they executed that scene perfectly too.
Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, that's honestly like, even regardless of like what I felt about the Boba Fett show after it was all said and done, even going into that, I had the same kind of like trepidations about like, oh, I don't know if I want to know more about him necessarily. So I could see, I can see that side with Vader too. But there have been a lot of like really good stories that, you know, have been done in novels or comics that you're like, oh God, that could have potential to be really, really interesting on screen. But
or maybe
there's also the chance it could be screwed up. So,
or maybe you don't want it on a show or on a movie because then it'd be definitive canon, and it's like, damn, that's it. If you don't like it, you're screwed because it's like, oh, that's it.
That's true.
In the comics, you can kind of enjoy it, and it's like, it's not really, you know, it's like a legacy.
Question for you guys when it comes to Vader, like, you know, all these like comic book stories and all these non-canon stories of Vader. It seems like there's like the go-to story for Vader when he's alone is that he's always sad and thinking of Padme. But really, do you think that's a good decision? Like, if we were to get a live action Vader, whatever, do we really want to see just like a melancholy, chumpy Vader being like, I miss Padme?
That probably would be the least of, you know, we'd probably get a little bit of that because it's part of his character, but they'd probably focus on the scary, brutal stuff, you know? Hunting down whoever he's searching for or whatever, you know.
And I think John's reading the latest, you know, Vader series too, so he might have like reference to this, but the latest Vader series like isn't so much around his, you know, like kind of nightmare fuel, you know, which like triggers him and makes him kind of who he is on that side, like that sad melancholy side. But there is a lot of like internal scheming and feelings about like, do I have the power to overthrow the Emperor, you know, and is this my time to overthrow him? And his pursuit of power beyond just being beholden to this, you know, old Sith that destroyed him, you know, completely, and he hates him, you know, and that's been explored too, is how much he truly like hates Emperor Palpatine, you know. So yeah, I could see both sides. Could be a lot of potential, could also be something that doesn't need to be explored. But
I really liked the Vader that they did in Kenobi.
I did too.
Other than the parts that he was like so fixated on Kenobi, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like when he's sitting in his chair at the end and he's like, oh, we can get Kenobi. We just have to go this way and that way. And then the Emperor's like, oh, you still thinking about that, dude? Like, he's living rent free in your brain right now, Darth. Like,
yeah. But when they used him though, you know, like when he was going through the town, like on his hunt for Obi-Wan, and he's like pulling people out of their windows and snapping their necks. I mean, it was straight horror movie, you know. It was that Rogue One feeling that you got where you're like, what?
That was straight Jason. That was like Michael Myers, Jason. Walking down the street. Yeah.
He's dragging that person down the street behind him with the Force, and it was brutal, man. He's got a cool face.
Okay, last up in the news, we got a special look featurette dropped on Disney Plus for Andor season 2. I've got it queued up if you guys want to watch it. It's still a little over 2 minutes long. We can watch it without the sound. So
I don't know. Let's watch it. We should be okay.
You think so? It's on YouTube too, so they've got it in the algorithm to know. That's all I'm saying.
Emergency broadcast. If you can hear me.
We'll turn the sound like kind of way down so we can talk over it.
Yeah.
And we'll pause it frequently. Okay. So we got a lot of shots of this location from many different angles. And so our buddy Nato Potato sent me a series of screenshots of this location from multiple angles. And all the same location. All of this seems to add up that like we've heard Mon Mothma talk about the Gorman massacre. Is that right? This seems to be that.
Yep.
When did we hear her talk about that?
In Rebels.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I believe, right? Is that right, John?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me see here. The Gorman massacre took place 2 BBY. So that would line up right here.
It's during Rebels, yeah.
All I'm noticing is how sloppy the back of these two TKs are in the front.
Dude, who is?
I know, right?
Yeah.
This is Pinewood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them boys are sloppy.
But yeah, so there you see this spot from multiple locations at varying distances. So and this is like a lot of people were thinking, oh, the planet with the wheat fields is Gorman. No, because Star Wars does not do multiple biomes on the same planet. So this background with the mountains and whatever you see here, with kind of the hazy sky and the mountain, you would not have wheat fields in those mountains on the same planet. Star Wars doesn't work like that. So in Star Wars, the entire planet is wheat fields. That's how it works.
Yep.
So there are no planets with multiple biomes.
And this was the same shot from the trailer, right? Where they're walking down the stairs and then they kind of get hit with like a bomb or something. And the stormtroopers go flying.
So you're seeing the stormtroopers are coming in. The riot cops or whatever these guys are coming in. You can see that there's like people uprising. This is the same location as well. Mon Mothma's there.
Yeah.
Now we get some TIE Avenger action here. This is the same location again. So Andor's there as well.
Got that mullet.
Got Yavin. Yep. Again, the same location. Now we got this location.
That's Lothal, bro.
Okay, so I did a story today asking like, all right, what do we? Because they did a poster drop for this as well, which has the wheat fields and the TKs. I did a poll or a little answer the question thing on the story. Universally, I think like I had out of everybody that answered the question, I think 2 people said something other than Lothal. As far as like, where do you think this planet is? Everybody said it's Lothal.
What the other people say?
I think one of them said it was Gorman, which
Dakar?
Again, no, because Dakar's the one where we see the X-Wings. We see the partisan X-Wings. Yeah. And I think somebody said Dantooine as well. Yeah.
Dantooine.
New Hope Workshop thinks it's Dantooine.
It's Dantooine. So sure.
I'm sorry. Dantooine's far too remote of a location. We'll have to test it on a different planet.
Yeah. So this again, I think is
Dakar.
I think this has got to be Dakar, which we see in
Tubes and Erdo, right?
Yeah.
The brothers.
Mm-hmm.
There's an X-Wing back there.
Turns out at the massacre of Gorman, the survivors join Saw Gerrera's partisans.
So they're like extremists. The survivors are jaded extremists.
Yeah, well, I'd say they're about to see some serious stuff go down based on what they're leading up to with this trailer.
Stuff of our story.
My homie Tony.
So this is the same location of the Gorman massacre, like that. What Nate sent me, like you can zoom in on this and you can see some architectural details.
City center.
That center there is the same building that you see in the background where like the stormtroopers are coming and the riot's about to break out. It's all the same place. So
If season 1.
So you see the same architectural details in the very background here behind Mon Mothma. So same location again.
Laid the track, then season 2 is the juggernaut. The Empire cannot.
Dude,
So we got
that
a
room, that
great,
hangar, the hallway.
yeah. So this is obviously like a super clean test facility.
Destroys like prototype.
It
Uh,
looks
I
like,
like-
season 1.
I like everything going on in here. Obviously, we have a new TIE fighter. I like the classic Death Star architecture on that back wall. But I also like how we're getting a new droid in the foreground.
Ooh.
Looks like a trash
and
can.
then, yeah.
I thought it was a trash can.
And then I like the you can see in the background on the right side those crates. I like that we're getting new style crates because I don't like seeing the Galaxy's Edge crates used over and over.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. Yeah, good stuff.
Dude.
More stuff to hunt down and get.
This is how I want my garage to look.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
White epoxy.
A hanger.
Yeah.
It's like the
White
Matrix where
epoxy
they go
floor.
into that room with all the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The construct room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are those on the interior of the X-Wing? I'm sorry, the TIE fighter wing? Are those like missiles?
Steps.
Those are the missiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proton bombs or whatever
Torpedoes.
they are. Yeah.
Solar
Cool
panels.
looking steps.
We see him
Ultron
fire
missile.
one in the other trailer. You see him shoot one at that like ground transport thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like a close-up shot from the inside of the wing, and you literally see one of those fire.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't won yet.
We're building a real army.
The rebellion's everywhere now.
Rebellious.
Oh, there was a good shot
Good.
there. I think it was.
Look at that young Saw.
So you can tell they're on location a lot, like with seeing all this behind the scenes stuff. Looks
Yeah.
bigger than the volume, I guess, right?
Freaking $465 million. They should be.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Very little volume, if any, used for this. It's almost all
wow.
location shots. Yeah.
Was that with the first Andor too? Did they use the volume at all, or did they?
No,
Because a lot of it looked pretty on location too.
It was
on
all
location.
location shots.
Where's
Yeah.
Yeah,
the pink shorts guy? Pink shorts.
He's holding the boom mic.
He's holding
Yeah.
the boom mic.
He's
He's
behind
just
the
off. He's just off screen to the right. You see the boom mic over there on the right.
That's
Yeah.
my WonderCon costume. Spoilers.
They look good, Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, we
Damn,
get a young.
Is that a new
look,
outfit?
This
it
is a
is.
young
Look,
Saw, dude.
we get a young Saw.
He's
But it's
got
the first
little
time we've
fro.
seen that.
I saw
Yep.
I saw
this
Mike
is-
I saw Forrester Hondo Supply post a really cool picture of Saw Gerrera from Rebels.
Yeah, it's like the Rebels version of.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And this like little circle thing on his armor, it's like exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's like a cool little
Nice.
detail.
It's like pre inhaler thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was still somewhat healthy.
I love
like
that
yeah,
color
Jake.
green. That's such a
And they gave him-
rich green color.
They gave him the
Biceps?
hair. They gave him the hair the way it's in Rebels too.
Yeah.
He's got
like a
like the
sort of-
Lost in Space robot arms.
Yeah,
They're
totally.
like
sweet.
wacky,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
60s robot arms. That round
The
thing is a
insurgents have
weird-
weapons.
Oh,
So we get Deidre in another outfit here. Not
Deidre.
I love Deidre.
At this point.
I don't know what this is. Something on Coruscant, right? It's got to
Got a
be.
thruster. What is that?
I don't know. Cool looking.
yeah, very cool.
These 12 episodes are going to take us over the next.
Was that a Gatling gun?
Dude, what
gun.
was that?
Gatling
What?
laser.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
Whoa! Whoa!
Sorry.
Dude,
The
We're
mouse
good. We're good.
cursor
These
got
12
stuck.
episodes are
Okay.
going to take us over the next 4
Whoa.
years.
That was sick.
Rogue One. The complexity of the show, the
Oh,
possibilities.
these
dang.
G2s.
It has
There was a
to be
bunch of
all in.
K2s there.
What? Sunglasses in Star Wars? Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
what? Where?
He had sunglasses.
Go back.
on.
Andor with the
had
mullet.
Sunglasses on.
Sexy Cassian with
Mullet
sunglasses.
Andor.
He
We're
had
going way
sunglasses
too
on.
fast, Raimi.
Complexity of the show.
You guys need to start talking over stuff more then.
I'm like seeing everything for the first time.
There it is.
Right here.
Sunglasses. Look at that.
What?
Whoa. Yo, that's
He's got
my
a mullet
new-
there.
That's my Celebration Japan costume.
So this is like his high class wardrobe,
Yeah,
right?
his fancy,
Yeah.
his fancy kit.
I think that's what I wore to the 501st prom for San Diego Comic.
This is the same outfit that we see him in, like where his hair's all slicked back, right?
Oh,
Just
he smiles.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same costume. It's just his hair's not wet here, whatever.
I had a good joke, but never
Can't
mind.
see the rat tail.
He didn't visit the Purgles yet.
He's had to do a Diddy party.
Oh, dang. Who is that? Who is that?
No Diddy.
Was that his sister? You have a sister?
Or it's what's her name?
Sister.
Bix?
Bix.
Oh, it's Bix. Okay.
Is it Bix? Yeah.
Son of a Bix.
Son?
Oh, very Han Solo right there.
Yeah, totally.
That's inside
Luthen's ship.
Luthen's ship, right? Yeah.
That's Dash,
Dude,
though, bro.
his ship with the lightsaber things going on, like, remember?
Yeah.
The lightsabers that pop out of his ship.
I wasn't a
Oh,
fan of the lightsaber thing.
It was too cool though. Why haven't they made that toy yet?
It was cool. It was cool, but it was also a little like on the edge of like I would have seen that in like Ahsoka or like Obi-Wan, but it felt a little out of place in Andor in my opinion, but it was still kind of dope.
It seems like if that weapon was as effective as it clearly was, every ship.
Why doesn't everybody have it?
Yeah, right.
Well, dude,
this
black market.
So we
that
get
shot,
that
shot,
That's
that
a
other shot
Ewing?
right before it, his jacket, it almost looked like it's like maybe towards the end where it's leading up into
Mm-hmm.
Rogue One.
R1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it will.
Because look at him too. That's how he looks in the beginning of Rogue One.
Yeah. Well, and
Big
we
jacket,
and then,
yeah, you're right.
and in the very next shot, we see his U-wing.
Yeah, his ship is so sick.
I love
Yeah.
the U-wing.
Don't like the aftermarket mods.
It's like a minivan.
Size and scale of
Yeah, look at this. It's all practical.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that a real building? That's a real building, right?
That must
It sure
be.
looks like it. Yeah.
Looks like a convention.
Probably a
center.
train station or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a Wi-Fi logo on the
Star Wars.
on the
Oh wow.
It's the
Grid.
Sirius XM offices
Yeah.
in Dantooine.
Oh, you know what's interesting here is if you can go back to that shot, Raimi.
Yep.
I wonder if Blackie, your friend that does all the drone shots,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's the one like
Ooh,
piloting
Being in the
that
drone
stuff.
zone.
I can ask him.
I waited
Get
the
him on the
drone
show.
zone.
The problem is he doesn't watch anything, so he has no
Yeah.
idea what we're talking
He's like,
about.
yeah, I filmed some people in robes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like Chris Farley interviewing like Patrick Swayze. We're like, remember that one time when you filmed Andor over his shoulder and then panned out super hard? That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
parallel.
Usually, if he's working on something, I hear from him. Oh, look at these guys.
Ooh, I like this.
Oh wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
So we've seen these aliens before, right?
Yeah.
Background.
Well, yeah. I mean, the one is an Ithorian, right, on the right, and then the
Is
one
it?
that Mon Mothma's
Yeah.
talking to is
He's headed to
what
the mud spa.
they're in the sequel trilogy. You see
Yeah,
that
that's
in
what
the
I was
sequel
saying,
trilogy.
Okay.
They're new faces. Or that left one is.
They're headed to the
Yeah,
mud bath.
Thorian.
Costumes are breathtaking.
Everyone does.
I feel like with some of the stuff we've
Oh.
seen so far for Andor, it seems like there are a few more aliens than we might have seen, other life forms than we might have seen in the first Andor, right? Wasn't there kind of light on aliens? in that
Yeah,
first
yeah.
season?
I think you're right.
This is where
Aliens equate to budget, and they had more money this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like they're
good
starting
point.
to use aliens more now. Yeah. But
So do you think that they're going to use aliens more because we're going to like it is equal more aliens is equal to more Senate time?
Hope so. I like aliens.
Well, historically, the Emperor, as the Empire took over more, they actually became more anti-alien.
Yeah.
And so maybe they're going to
Racist.
for real.
Yeah.
So
Racist.
maybe they're going to use the presence of more alien species as a way to illustrate the increase in the Emperor's
kind of crack
reign.
down. Yeah.
Like they're gonna use that.
They're
to
like, oh, you don't
contrast-
like aliens? We love aliens. We're hiring all of them.
I just
So So if we established that the massacre at Gorman is 2 BBY. So 2 years before the Battle of Yavin, at the Battle of Yavin, the Emperor had fully dissolved the Senate. But 2 years before that, the Senate was already like nobody's attending these Senate meetings.
In shambles. Yeah.
The chambers are just constantly empty. So yeah.
It's already the beginning of the end.
I just noticed something too. If you look back there by the smoke, there's like a Purgle like landing over there. It's in the back.
So if we to that man,
if we know that the Gorman massacre is two years before the Battle of Yavin, right? So Andor leads right up into A New Hope. So that means that the last episode,
Rogue One,
fine. Rogue One leads up into A New Hope. So, the last episode or the last 3 episodes of this season need to butt up against Rogue One. So the last 3 are going to be the 4th year. So 0 BBY, right? Episodes like the previous week then is 1 BBY. So the Gorman massacre is going to be week 2. If that lines up. So that means that these episodes at this location are going to be in the 2nd week of the series.
So Andor, just so I get it correct, Andor is before the reference in the Rebels show then, I guess, like what you guys are referring to, like the Gorman massacre. So yeah, that's
correct.
Interesting.
Correct.
Yeah, so Rebels, then Andor, then Rogue One, then A New Hope.
And then onto the OGs. Crazy.
Yeah.
But they're linking it.
Yeah, I love that.
Everything's linked up.
Great connective tissue. That's awesome.
Takes the time.
So here another same architecture again. So this is like the quote unquote rebels or whoever is like kind of pouring into that city center. Presumably this is what's going to cause the Imperials to come in and squash the protest or whatever it is that's going on.
And you can tell.
Man, look at that guy. Such a cool face.
And then there they are.
Oh, they had my black poncho, my black Imperial poncho that guy had.
There you go. So see, it's obviously building up.
Wow.
Whoa, what the hell was
Artful?
No,
I thought that was Wampa.
That's Moroff.
Yeah, it's the white, not Wampa, but like
Saw's gang.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are
there's 2 tubes.
Partisans, right?
Yeah, they're the partisans. Yeah.
Okay.
Big white, abominable
looking guy.
Yeah.
Are they sitting up like on the hill, watching down over what's going on?
Looks like it.
Snap.
At Gorman.
It's human.
It's 2 tubes.
See, because when we see the partisans in Rogue One, it's pretty much their end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that we're gonna see like the partisans at their height, at their peak,
Max
during this
power
series. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're obviously going to see whatever it is that caused the fracture between the partisans and the rebellion.
Yeah.
They say that Saw is no better than he's too extreme or something. Like we're gonna see what that is.
We're gonna see what caused that, right?
So check this out. So Corey in the chat, look at what he said earlier. So Luthen is totally going to sacrifice Gorman and use Saw partisans as pawns to kick off the rebellion. Andor mentioned he did some horrible things. The massacre is one of them. So like Luthen's going to basically throw Saw under the bus with this whole thing.
War's dirty, man.
Mm-hmm.
All is fair.
Biscuits.
To be in a galaxy far, far away.
Oh, what up?
Oh, there's that little red droid guy.
Emo. Hey, Mendo.
That's a rad shot right there.
Hey, Mendo.
It's like you're looking straight through a donut, just like
Purgle hole.
Purgle.
I ate 3 donuts on Sunday.
Oh my god!
Wait, what was?
You enjoyed 3 donuts?
Is that a circuit board, Remy?
Yeah, I'm like, what is
a circuit
this?
board, right?
That?
Yeah, they look like
it's
solder going over a board.
It looks like
Lego.
a Lego block with Play-Doh stuck to it, and I know you guys all know what that looks like.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
This is like paint poured over.
This shot's rad. You start to see it entering the atmosphere.
Oh, dude.
This is the end.
K2.
This is the end.
No expectations.
There's so much going on in this last little
that's a
bit
good shot.
here. We gotta watch it again.
Did you guys see that baby knife?
Deadpool's in this.
I don't know if you noticed.
Whoa, there's those guys. Oh,
Those
yeah.
kits, dude. Love
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
Yeah, that armor looks good in white.
It sure does.
If you notice too, that scene, that shot after they show K2, it's Andor sitting with the actor in the mocap suit.
Yeah.
With Alan Tudyk.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll try and pause it there.
Right here.
Watch this. Watch the very end of this as it's starting to go down. You see it start like the little airflow around it as it starts to enter the atmosphere. It's such a cool shot. You don't see that.
You
in
see
Star
the
Wars
burning
ever.
Whoa.
Yeah, you never see them show that in Star Wars, but it's so cool.
If we do not
Watch this in just a second.
stand together,
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
that
you
was
catch it?
cool.
Did you catch it?
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
will be crushed.
Entering the atmosphere.
Oh, that's so
Here.
good.
Boom. There he
Yeah,
is.
Alan
Oh,
Tudyk.
yeah.
Yep.
There's
Alan
Melshi
Tudyk
in the
suit.
background.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Funny story. Quick anecdote. I used to be a courier back in the day, years and years and years ago, and I delivered a script to Alan Tudyk once.
Oh, cool.
When he was in A Knight's Tale.
Yes.
You guys remember that?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
that's
movie.
what I knew him from when I delivered. I was like, "Wow, hi," and he's like, "Whatever, dude." And I was like, "All right." But
He's like, give me that thing and get out of my face.
Get off
Don't.
my
true
lawn.
story. Yeah, get off my lawn.
Get
Yeah,
off my
True
lawn.
story. Nah, he was nice, but true story. Yeah.
Nice.
Don't make me call those Purgles.
Oh.
Expectations.
Oh, there's a baby knife.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to catch this Imperial
oh,
suit.
oh,
Like
Did you? Yeah. Did you see that Imperial with the sash? Like the.
Yeah, they all have it. Look at
Yeah,
this.
Mendelssohn. Yeah, look at that. It's him.
Look at
their
all
belt-
these
look at
like
their belts,
look at their
too.
belts. Their outfits are like
They fancy.
it's almost like formal dress uniforms
Oh, that's
that we never
Krennic
see or
with the sash
something.
in the front.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
Krennic.
realize it was
Yeah.
him.
It's Mendo.
Almost looks like Will Arnett right there.
His face looks weird. Yeah.
I think
Because they
I think it's
de-aged
it's the de-aged. And, yeah,
Oh, there we go.
this is a flashback scene.
Looks like Will
It's
Arnett.
too much. Come on, Krennic.
He's like, ugh.
That's a lot of
he's doing the
accoutrements.
most. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that thing that you're supposed to do before you leave the house. You look at yourself in
No,
the mirror.
wait. It looks like they're at,
like
no.
he should have taken like 3 things off before he left the apartment.
It looks like they were invited to an important thing or something because this dignitary dude is like, let me introduce.
Yeah.
That's the husband.
Yeah, they're at
That's the
something
husband
fancy.
of, what's
Montana, does he?
No, is it? Is it?
Yes. Oh, you know what this is? Okay, sorry. This is the scene from the wedding. This is the reception after the wedding.
Where they're all dancing.
That makes sense. Yep.
The rave.
Because this is it's just some freaky deaky wedding. But yeah, that's why the dad's there. That's why they have art, because that art piece is probably something that Mon Mothma purchased from Luthen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the dad of the guy. That's not Mon Mothma's husband.
Oh, that's the gangster
dad
dad.
of the
Yeah,
guy.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I
Gangster
was like,
dad.
that's not Mon Mothma's husband. But yeah, that's the kid's dad.
Bad dad.
Okay.
Awesome.
Andor streaming April
That-
27th.
That TIE Avenger
Andor,
sequence.
streaming
That
April
whole TIE Avenger episode's going to be intense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Only on Disney Plus.
All right.
Well,
That's it. That's it for that.
Awesome.
Whew. All right. That is it for the
That was-
news.
Oof.
I got the vapors.
Got the vapors.
That was a lot.
That was so much, Raimi. Thank you.
Andor
News
in
packed.
1 month.
Oh my god.
April 22nd?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what
Wait,
it
is it
Yep.
going to debut while we're in celebration? What?
Yes.
Holy tamale. Are we going to watch it there, or are we going to... What do we do?
I'm touching myself tonight.
I'm gonna do my best, Steven. You guys watch anything cool this week?
Where did Raimi go?
Oh, who else,
Where did
Raimi?
Raimi go?
Nothing. There's nothing good on.
Nothing good on TV anymore, right?
I think you know what we watched this week, sir.
We did get something new.
He'll be back.
Oh, are we not?
Oh, yes. What? Wait, were we? Okay, I remember we were going to do this, but were
Is that
we
Paul
also
Walker?
Skip this. Skip this. It's late.
No, we're gonna make Brian wait a little bit longer.
No, I'm gonna log out then. I'm out of here.
Okay, bye. Is Raimi really? Yeah, Raimi left for a moment. I think he'll be back.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Should we talk a little bit about what we have here on the screen?
No.
Okay. I'm going to lean on you, Steven, to fill in some of the details on like where exactly this came from. But
so on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, Mushk Rizvi,
oh man,
who's been a conceptual artist for Marvel since 2020, updated their ArtStation website and accidentally uploaded.
Whoops!
They're saying we can't see anything. Oh, weird. Look at the YouTube. They can't see anything.
What do you mean?
Biscuits.
Anything
Look at our YouTube. They can't see what we're looking at.
Yeah, the comments say can't see
we were
share
sharing
screen.
a screen grab of concept art of the Fantastic
Hold on,
Four.
let me,
So yeah, sorry.
Let me try it again.
Go back to Daredevil.
Sure. How about now?
Let's see. Give it a couple seconds.
Yeah, let's see.
And nope. Oh, yep.
Okay.
It can. I only see y'all.
With this, okay. So before we talk about what has been shared on here, it was all pulled down almost immediately right after. Obviously, the Marvel snipers got onto it. This is conceptual art, right? So it's not necessarily what we're going to see in the upcoming movies. Because as we know, like this same artist did conceptual art for Thor Love and Thunder, and so much of that artwork didn't even make it into the movie. Like it didn't even have anything to do with the movie.
Well, look at the Daredevil. Wow. Look at the Deadpool and Wolverine book, that John has. I mean, there's so much of that conceptual art that just it's so good.
They probably use 10% of
but they use a portion of it, so
yeah.
But that being said, I did a lot of research on this, like I was going to tell you, Luke. Technically, because it was uploaded to the internet and then pulled down, we're allowed to share it under fair use. So there's nothing illegal here. It's all good to share.
It's all on the up and up. Cool. Yeah.
Okay,
so
go on.
Let's see here. Sorry, Raimi was messaging
what is
me.
this?
Okay.
Where's Raimi?
So the first thing we're going to look at here is some Fantastic Four concept art that leaked. This is pretty much stuff that we've already seen in the trailer, right? So it's like the Fantastic Four, they're having their dinner in their 60s era place.
Jumpsuits.
And here's where it gets a little more interesting, because these are some of the rumors that we've been getting about the movie as to why the movie's called First Steps. And it's also the reason why the rumored reason that we hear Galactus even comes to the Earth to begin with is because of Franklin Richards, the baby.
Frankie.
And there's a surprising amount of artwork that features Franklin in here. So I would be very surprised if he's not in the movie. Now on this artwork right here,
this was interesting.
You can even see so they're all in their Fantastic Four suits. I think this is somebody had mentioned that this could be the quantum realm, and this is how they get to the 616.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look really close, and I don't know if I can zoom in on this, but look what Reed Richards is holding. That's Franklin right there.
Oh, okay.
Like a
yeah.
baby?
So they're trying to escape.
Maybe they're escaping. Yeah, like
right.
beelining it out of there.
So we're thinking that maybe they go from their universe that gets destroyed, they go into the quantum realm, they pop out in the 616.
And that seems like a very specific thing to draw that doesn't not get used. Like there's iterations of it. There, seemingly seems to be like a specific scene with that happen. That thing happening, whatever it is.
Just question: is this pre-Kang? Like pre getting rid of Kang? Because if it's Quantum Realm, this is like from Ant-Man and
2022. When was the lawsuit with Jonathan Majors? Was that
was last year?
23, 24,
yeah, 23 or 24. Because this is older than that, so this might have been artwork that was related to Kang. Because it looks like they're in the Quantum Realm where he was.
Yeah,
right.
We get some Herbie variations. Nothing cool there, but here we get some more costume
trash baby
variations, but she's holding Franklin again.
Yeah.
Frankie.
Now check this out. This is really cool. This is Reed Richards in some sort of, I don't know, looks like
wreckage,
rubble or something.
Yeah.
But standing above him is Shalabal, the
Herald,
female Silver Surfer.
Shalabal.
Also, originally Galactus's Herald. Like there's a change in Silver Surfers, but
we see Sue using her powers. I kind of like that. That's cool.
Yeah, the animation is cool.
Here's another concept art that had a lot of people talking. So she
saves him.
Sue Storm's wearing a modern day outfit, and Franklin has
Spider-Man jammies.
Spider-Man jammies.
Whoa!
So maybe we're gonna see some sort of like
her hair is more modern too.
This is probably a post-credit scene or something.
Yeah.
Because didn't we? I think Amazing Spider-Man, he debuted with the Fantastic Four, right? Like they discovered him.
Yes.
So I mean, Spider-Man and Fan Four, they've got a history.
So that's an Easter egg.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a neat little Easter egg.
This is a really cool shot that I like. It's Sue Storm. She's using her powers to see around walls.
It's like echolocation, but invisible location.
So we might hopefully see that in the movie.
Yeah, that's interesting. That also seems more modern too. Both of these scenes.
Yeah, she's getting shot at by some agents. People are saying that these are agents of Doom.
Ooh, maybe at like the Latvian embassy or something.
Okay, so here's where it gets. So we're past the Fantastic Four concept art. Now we're going into possibly Avengers Doomsday, or even Avengers Secret Wars. Because here we're getting some sort of World War Hulk scene. We've got Hulk, She-Hulk,
Brian's favorite.
We've got Scar, and if you look in the background, it's a village of
Hulks.
Like Hulks. There's even like
World
a
War Hulk.
Shrek lady.
But this might not be World War Hulk though, right? Because in World War Hulk, Hulk was like exiled to like an alien planet that he, it wasn't like his people. He did meet his wife there, and they did have a child, but it was like
that was World War Hulk. This could be World War Hulks.
Oh, true.
Those
Okay,
two separate ones.
That's right. That's right. You're right.
But people are saying that this could be Battle World. Because do you see the
the giant barrier? Yeah.
And the reason they're saying it's
jump that.
Well, the reason they're saying that this could be Battle World is because look at the aesthetic. Everything's very like 18th century.
Yeah,
16th
like
century.
Latvian village kind of stuff.
And when you go forward to the newer or to the other scenes here, we see
like
God Emperor.
Times.
We see God Emperor Doom on his throne with the white armor or the white cloth. I'm sorry. He's got Doctor Strange, the magician.
Yep.
His council.
Which isn't that pulling from like the 1602 series?
No,
like
this
way
is
way back in the day.
It's pulling from Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
Oh,
2015.
Was he his counsel in like Secret Wars? I don't remember that. Yeah. Okay.
In the Hickman series.
And who's next to him to his left, Stevie?
That looks like Little Franklin.
You know who that lady is? That's Sue Storm.
Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
And that
think
is
I
Little
think
Frank.
I think what
Yeah.
happens in here is he basically Doom.
That's got to be Reed, right?
He takes over the family. Yeah, he takes over the family and he makes everyone believe that he's the father and the husband.
Yeah, he makes her his wife.
Yeah.
That looks like both Johnny and Reed right there.
Yeah, it does.
Where's Johnny?
Just standing behind him, like ready to be
on the right, holding the chain or whatever.
Yeah, probably ready to be sentenced too. Oh no, that guy is holding like a.
He's holding the chain on his.
I
neck
see
or
it.
something.
Okay, yeah. Okay, interesting.
So this is really cool because if they're at drawing anything at all from the Hickman series, and remember, John, we saw in Deadpool Wolverine, they had the comic cover off to the side in the
It
void.
was there. Yeah.
That's this
gotta
issue.
be
That's the
foreshadowing.
comic.
Yeah. Big time.
So the Vision Quest series is set to come out soon. People are thinking that this artwork here with Star-Lord and Vision chilling on the couch is going to be something that we see by the end of the series. Which is a really interesting pairing to have Star-Lord and Vision.
Yeah.
So last we saw Vision in the WandaVision series, he was kind of like pondering humanity,
pondering his existence,
yeah. And
he's almost sliding into an Ultron like existence as far as what he thought of humanity.
So, do we have any idea what Vision Quest is going to be about? Like, it's obviously not going to be about him and Wanda.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Go ahead.
Because there's some more artwork down here. I'll get back to that in a second. But,
but I was gonna say one could assume off of the title, Vision Quest, like this dude's on a quest.
Yeah,
for lack of a better word.
Right.
We do have confirmed, Raimi, your favorite voice actor from the Blacklist. He will be returning as the voice of Ultron in this show.
Yeah.
Yep. I had heard that. He's so good.
And we're getting, I forget her name.
Jocasta.
That's right.
Yeah. Or Jocasta, yeah.
Jocasta knew.
Do we know
Jocasta knew? That's right. Yeah.
Do we know who's voicing her?
Yeah.
James Spader.
One paycheck, 2 roles.
We get some Black Panther costume alternates here.
Yeah.
Really cool.
That's exciting.
Variants.
Do you guys think that will be T'Challa's son?
Yeah, that one's
like
rad.
that they teased in Black Panther 2?
I heard 2 things. It could be this actor whose name I can't remember right now, or they might age up his son and throw him in the mix as the new Black Panther, or they could use Shuri, right? Because she's legitimately still the Black Panther.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's no reason not to.
Totally.
Young Avengers.
Yeah, Young Avengers here. So we've got Hawkeye, Ant Girl. This is interesting. This is our first look at the other kid of Wanda.
Quicksilver, right?
Yeah.
The quick one.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Or not
Speedy?
Quicksilver, but what's his name? What's the quick kid?
He's going to be the kid that they feature in Vision Quest.
Right, because the other one was in Agatha.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Miss Marvel.
Oh my God, Dupe!
Dupe!
Holy shnikes!
I'm not too familiar with this character. I've seen him before, but
yeah, I don't have like a full download on him. John, do you? I know he's like an early 2000s thing. He's Grant Morrison.
He's a little past me. Yeah, he's a little past my
kind of a psychedelic era of the X-Men that I don't know too much about. But he's like weird god level power though. Like he can kind of do anything. He's just a booger though.
So
he's like
weird,
a floating booger.
Why are you gonna pass on Huang?
Wong?
Wong, yeah.
Wang.
Yeah, we get Wong and Star-Lord. I think the premise of this was that Wong is their their sensei, mentor.
Yeah. He's the father figure. He's the strange figure. He's the Sorcerer Supreme, right?
I don't know what they're doing with Star-Lord, with Vision, and then with Wong. And is he just going around like between
Maybe
different
he's gonna
shows
be a
and
father
movies.
figure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, like,
like-
maybe he's just like there to lighten the
Wants to
mood
help the
through
kids,
some of the
'cause he didn't have
properties
that.
and be like a father figure to some of those like, younger Avengers.
Yeah, if you've got Wang in there, I mean, you need
Wang.
God,
whatever.
yes.
Wong. Sorry, I blame Brian. Yeah, you
Brian's
need
still thinking about
somebody.
Virgos.
You need somebody to
Oh, yeah.
counteract that with some level of humor.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Star,
yeah. You need a
Star
comic
Lord's
relief.
Star-Lord's the perfect.
He's the
person.
perfect contrast.
The light-
Brian, you're gonna have
the
to
light
dust
in that
off your
suit.
Star-Lord chaps, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wang.
Brian's asleep.
And then the coup de grace of all the photos
pause.
here.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom on his throne.
Dude.
God Emperor Doom.
If
I
it
mean-
gets anywhere near that design, I will be a very happy pappy. That is so dope.
And that's it for the leaks.
Guys, that is all very exciting. Oh yeah, John, there we go.
Ooh.
Damn, son. Actually, as a little touch on the Marvel Minute, just off of Doom, did you guys see that Marvel Legends Doctor Doom helmet they are releasing?
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, $99.
Oh, baby. It looks pretty good.
I'll
Bet
order.
you could
I'll
repaint
order
that pretty
6 of them
nicely.
for us.
So we need 6 of those, right? For future things.
Or something else.
I'll call up my Hasbro Pulse connection and be like, "Yo, ship those over."
Let's do it. Let's do it. Is there time to talk about the other things? The other thing? How do we jump into that? Should we just kind of start the convo, like talking about the show that premiered last night, Daredevil?
I think we should let the listeners know that we're going to go into full spoilers for the first 2
Yes.
episodes.
So new Daredevil episodes, spoiler alert. We'll give them a countdown here in a couple seconds, but yeah, we're gonna start digesting what we all saw yesterday. Brian, what you got there with the chef's kiss, man? What'd you think?
Chef's kiss. The
Start us
way
off.
they kind of put a bow on the Netflix version. Oh yeah, we're full spoilers. So
Yep, spoilers.
basically killing off Foggy, sending Miss Page away was like, I didn't even realize it until the end of the episode. I was like, oh, they're done. Like it was like, hey, Daredevil, we're all back together. You were like, oh, cool. And then like all this traumatic stuff happened. And then you were like, the light bulb went off. I was like, oh, they're not in this series. This was like a nod to Netflix. So I thought that was really cool. I loved how they the audio, like it's like the Daredevil theme song from Netflix, but it's just like tweaked slightly.
Yeah.
I really love that. I love how he's more comic booky in it.
Mm-hmm.
How his action, it's he's more dynamic. He's more athletic. He's bouncing off the walls and stuff.
Much more acrobatic, like he was in the comic.
Yeah, for sure. I love the violence and the like, just aggressiveness of it.
Well, and that just plays from what we saw with Netflix, you know, from the series of Netflix, and not like shying away from that. You know, was really apparent in that first episode.
Complements it.
There's
it does, yeah.
Like one of the first opening lines is the you know, Foggy, what's her name?
Karen
Page.
Karen Page.
Yeah.
And Matt Murdock, and they're coming, they're like leaving their offices for the evening, and they're about to go attend the Officer Cherry's retirement party. And as they're like, as the series is just beginning, one of the first lines in there is like, oh, the nostalgia is running pretty deep with you guys. And they're really like forcing in your face like this friendship of nostalgia that these three have, because they want to just rip that out of your guts in like the first scene and let you know that the nostalgia is dead. Like
well, because it's like happily ever after, and then they shoot you in the chest.
Yeah. It's just like it's just like, hey, Netflix Daredevil was amazing, but this is the new Daredevil.
Yeah, this is a new beginning, right?
The
You are
Born
born
Again title is exactly what the show is.
But
like it
And
is
like the music, the opening music, so like uplifting.
Yeah.
They did a full pull out the rug from underneath in the first 10 minutes.
I think like we were, texting, it's like it feels like your comfy chair, but like a new one.
Mm-hmm.
So it has the same feeling, but it's just
like you're comfortable,
better.
but it's a new seat, right?
It's just better.
Got that new smell. New chair smell.
I mean, Matt and Kingpin's interactions are amazing, just like the last one. I like what they're going with the story. The action's amazing. The second episode, the little like call out in the beginning, the guy with a skull on his shirt,
Mm-hmm.
A man dressed as a spider.
The man dressed as a spider.
Man dressed as a spider.
And a man with horns.
It's just, I'm so
the
stoked.
Spider-Man reference was cool.
So cool. And that ties it all in, right?
Yep.
Ties it in from what show was it when he was on?
Hawkeye.
When they mentioned
and he's talking
Spider-Man
about
then,
like
too.
his eye healing up and stuff.
Oh,
and,
right here where he's like, didn't your kid try to shoot you in the face? Or didn't you get shot in the face?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the younger generation.
I loved their banter here. Like they were actually like kind of appreciating each other's company for like a minute, like right when they first got together, and there were like laughs that were kind of genuine between the two of them about their side professions, it was just so comic book filled, like paneled and feeling like it just, the dialogue was great. It was just really well done.
It's his fight with Bullseye and the knives sticking out of him, and just
oh my god,
that's very Frank Miller.
It's
comic-y.
totally.
It's the new Daredevil, and it's just freaking awesome. It's so good. 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Chef's kiss. 10 out of 10.
John, what about you? What was your standout like moment or just vibe that you felt from the series so far?
So a lot of what Brian said, I agree with. I mean, everything. It did feel very comic booky, like Brian said, where it felt like the moves and like the kicks and certain moves were very comic book, like these like comic book silhouette panels that were very aesthetically pleasing, and you can see the difference between what was on Netflix and what was on here, because on Netflix I feel like it was more just like brutal choreography that was very pleasing to see, and it fit and it was awesome, and oh wow. But this is more comic, where he's sort of almost doing like Spider-Man moves, like where he's going
a little bit more dynamic,
swinging off, or where he's doing these acrobatic kicks and stuff, and or where he's posing on the roof, like almost, he's doing like a Black Widow, you see it, and it's great, and I love that it's more that this now, and instead of that. But even though that was very good, this is like, I feel like they dialed back the violence a little bit, even though it's extremely violent. It's hyper violent, and the choreography is amazing. Bullseye was great, coming in and doing all the stuff he did in the beginning. It starts with a bang, you don't have you see them happy for a minute, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's just chaos. And I thought that was great. There was one part on that rooftop scene in the first episode where I almost it felt a little Sin City to me. And now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been like, it felt almost like black and white or like monochrome or something. Which almost makes sense, because like we said, we spoke about it in the chat, where it's like, okay, Frank Miller did Sin City, and also Frank Miller wrote this comic that this episode of these 2 episodes are based off of, which is called Born Again 2. And so Daredevil, Born Again, Frank Miller, Sin City, Frank Miller. So it kind of went full circle in my head, at least. It made sense. and yeah, and I don't really have anything negative to say. I loved it. Yeah, no, nothing. No.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I loved it. Absolutely, can't wait for more. Awesome.
Steven, what'd you pick up on, Steven? Like, you've always got interesting details that you pull out that are deep cuts. What caught your eye through the first 2 episodes?
Absolutely. Okay. Before I get into my review here, and Brian, don't hate me for this, okay? Before I say anything here, I love these first 2 episodes. I'm gonna rate the first episode 9 out of 10, second episode 8 out of 10. Like, this is a good TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That being said, I think it pales in comparison to the Netflix show. I feel like the only interesting thing about this show are the characters that came from the Netflix show. Because every new character in here, I hate. I don't like any of the new characters.
Like Ben Urich's daughter, or
BB Urich,
the assistants to Kingpin.
The whole Kingpin but more so like the BB Urich, his new law partner, Detective Cherry, like they're very like I don't care about these characters. But that being said, if you go back to Daredevil season 1, which I was like kind of restarting a little bit, I care about every single tertiary character. They're just, every character in that series was so well written, no matter how small the character was. Whereas in here, I'm just like, if it wasn't a fight scene, I was kind of bored. John, you're muted.
Sorry, to keep in mind, it's episode 1 and 2.
I know, but episode 1 and 2 of the first one, dude, it just feels completely different. I feel like the characters were just so much better in those.
Well, it was.
That's kind of what I was saying. You can see that it's a completely different show, but it's taking it more of a comic book direction. Like,
and I get that. I mean,
and it was made 10 years ago.
It's for me. It's
show. Yeah.
The hard thing for me to grasp as a Marvel fan is that this is a show that is trying to like live up to its former show, if that makes sense. Look, I know that there's some people that agree with me and some who don't, but I don't know. It's just, I have to treat this as a completely different thing, even though they're trying to pull from the old stuff.
No, but it's like what Brian said. They buried the hatchet on the Netflix show, and now it's all the metaphor hits hard. Born again, like this is a different show.
And it's like Spider-Man. Like, how many Spider-Mans have we had? Everyone has like a different
take.
No, and I mean, I love Daredevil. Like, I love the Daredevil character in here. It's just that the show that like this is. I love it as a TV show, but I don't think that this is a show that I'm gonna like suggest that we go do an episode review every week. Like, it's a good show, but it's not a show that it's not giving me the hype that I want.
I get what you're saying too, because from a character perspective, A, the show was 10 years ago. And B, it was more realistic and serious. It wasn't comic booky at all. Because he wasn't a superhero in Netflix.
I don't want to just end it on that brawler. Because I feel like, because we did, this show has been in like production purgatory forever, right?
Yeah.
Like we know that they shot 26 episodes of something. Feige came in and watched it, and he canned the entire thing and said reshoot everything, right?
Yeah.
With the quality that we're getting from just these first 2 episodes, I'm so happy he did that. Like, if this, what we're watching here, is Feige, if this is Feige course correcting a production, thank you.
Yeah, so good work.
So are you looking for more like She-Hulk content, or what do you?
What's up, John?
What do you hope?
Sorry, I just wanted to add someone here in the chat, KD, is saying is actually saying exactly what I said to you guys in our chat.
I saw
where
that.
It says some of the rooftop scenes in episode 1 I didn't like as much, more volume use, or there was something that seemed a little off.
Maybe
I
that's what it
100%
was.
agree. That was my only gripe with both episodes. There was something weird,
and I think that came down to reshooting the entire series.
That might be it. They might have integrated something,
or maybe they had to use the volume to catch up on some of the production that they had to reshoot and go back and do. So maybe that was their. I mean, that's a good Band-Aid to have if that's where you end up reshooting in the volume and making it work. That's a small thing
it was a small thing and it was quick and whatever. But someone has literally said what I was trying to say, because you guys didn't necessarily agree or didn't see it. But this dude or this person, sorry,
it's because we're so used to seeing these Disney shows on the volume now. It's
but there was something that was different. There was something off. Something was weird. That's why I was like, it seemed like Sin City, like something weird. Huh?
John, I have a feeling that we're going to see that throughout this whole series.
I'm sure.
Because they're not just going to toss out 26 episodes of footage.
No, for sure. I'm just glad this person is also saying it independently of me, because I'm not crazy. It's not like I saw something that no one else can see.
Shout out KD.
Thank you for validating me.
Before we got on the show, we were all kind of watching that opening scene, and where you pointed it out. Like I saw what you were saying. I also felt
something. I don't know.
But I also felt too that it kind of made it look more comic booky, like in a weird way.
That might be it.
Like it almost made it play more comic-y, and I didn't see it as like a detriment to it, to be completely honest. Like I felt it had that
it distracted
almost the feeling of like Batman Returns ish, where it just seemed kind of a set,
like Tim Burton-y, Sin City. That's the thing. It distracted me because I
didn't necessarily mind it, because it was a different flavor than Netflix just altogether. Like Daredevil is an acrobat. He's been trained like in the ninja arts. Like he's got all of this different training, and we got to see more of that like on view than we ever did in Netflix. And that's kind of jarring when all we know is him punching his way through hallways. But the character as a comic, which you guys all very much aware of, like he is kind of a swashbuckler, and he's swinging around rooftop to rooftop, and
he's a boxer.
Absolutely. And so he's got all of these different, exactly. His father was a boxer, and so he's obviously got that training. But to see him switch gears and be a little bit more of the ninja jumping around, and he lands on that rooftop in front of Bullseye before that whole scenario goes down, and he kind of, like you said, he lands like Black Widow. He was trained by Black Widow, like they were in a relationship in the comics and stuff. So,
and that's why I think you can't compare it to the Netflix show, because it's the same bones,
but
with a different body.
I
mean, it's Daredevil, but it's a new. Listen,
and while I see what Steven is saying, and I mean, everyone is entitled their opinion. He likes that version better for those reasons. I feel like what they're doing here in Disney is still pure and true to the comic, or the character, more so now to the comic, but true to the character. Like no one's gonna be complain that it's not enough Daredevil, or that it's not enough Marvel enough or Daredevil enough. It's exactly what it needs to be, and as of now at least, and it's doing well.
No, I mean I'm happy. Like I get why the like, for me at least, I get why the Netflix show was so appealing. It's because even though Netflix had the contracts and everything to do these different Marvel shows, they were very sandbox and confined on what they could reference.
Limited.
So so they were almost burdened with the constraints of doing that. So they had to rely more on the storytelling aspect of every single character in this stuff. Whereas 2 episodes into this series, even though it's the same character and stuff, we're already getting references to
Spidey.
We're already getting the reference. I wasn't wearing my magical amulet.
The white tiger.
Yeah, there's magical amulet talk. Yeah.
So I get it. It's 2 different things.
I mean, we still got Daredevil attempting to murder Bullseye by pushing him off a freaking building, dude. Like,
dude, when he broke the dude's arm.
Oh my god, the compound fracture.
Dude, it bleeds through. Wow.
I mean, it's got the Netflix violence, no question. You know, coupled with some of the more comic-y stuff, I'm really on board with.
So far, to me, and it's only 2 episodes in, it's like all the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah,
I can go back and watch the old ones, and I like them. I can watch the middle ones, and I like them.
Yeah,
I can watch the Tom Holland ones.
They're timeless.
It's like they're just same content, different packaging,
same body, different bones,
different strokes, different Purgles.
Yep.
Oh man, I tell you what, I think we're heading in a good direction with this series. This is a lot of fun. I'm 10 out of 10 on these 2 ups too.
I'm loving
it. Feel good.
I love the old one. I love this one. I am amped for Punisher. Johnny Bernthal. Bring him in.
Yep.
I'm so curious to see how they do this, because I could see them just giving Punisher all the juice.
Is the Punisher, refresh me, is he out of prison at the end of his series? Or did he go back to prison? I can't remember.
I don't think we can get hung up on what happened
previously.
I think you have to throw that away.
It's just Frank Castle, and it's the same actor, but it just might be played differently from what we previously saw.
They might drop a little
hint to it or something,
just to
keep the continuity there. Yeah, keep the continuity.
But I don't think we can expect to be the same. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could see him showing up in this and just being like on level 100
for sure.
You know?
But I mean, they did. You know, Daredevil and Kingpin, when they were talking, were referencing things. And, you know, him and Vanessa's relationship, like, those are things that were coming out of the Netflix show.
I think
so there
that's
is
for
continuity
us.
there.
I think that's for us.
That's for the really
we were so
heads on
dedicated to the Netflix series.
Yeah, that's for the real heads.
But if you hadn't watched the Netflix series,
you'd be fine with it. Yeah,
you'd still understand that they had history in that scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. It's not necessary to watch
Star Wars when they put fan service stuff in.
Yeah.
Right?
We got White Tiger already. We're going to get Punisher. Who's that? The other villain that we were talking about?
The
Muse.
Blood art guy, Muse. Yeah,
Muse. He was there. He met his girlfriend, I guess, because she's like a therapist or something, like a psychiatrist.
Be a good show. Yeah. Hopefully, we get Spider-Man.
I bet you he'll show up cameo.
So wait, I think so too.
Fisk is going to be running for president in Spider-Man.
Is that right? In the Spider-Man movie?
If they're going by the comics, which it looks like they are, Fisk will be mayor for a while, and he's going for his presidential bid. What I'm really excited to see, because there's a lot of rumor, is that we're going to get a reciprocal cameo. She-Hulk is going to be in an episode of this. What do you think about that, Brian?
I think your opinion holds no weight.
Good for you, Brian.
Hold strong, brother.
I'll throw my TV in the trash if that happens.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. If you enjoyed listening, feed that algorithm and leave a 5-star review with a kick emoji on your podcast app. You can follow me at Stevie.Kicks on Instagram, sometimes on X. Gentlemen, let the listeners know where they can find you. John?
I don't know. What's the next con? WonderCon? You can find me there.
And Raimi?
TheDadBatch.com.
Luke?
Find me at WonderCon in my Super Kitties costume.
And you can find Brian on the She-Hulk fan club website.
Yeah, he's not only a member, he's also the president.
Brian, where can listeners find you?
Riding that Purgle all the way to D+. Watch Daredevil.
No.
Careful, man. Careful those Purgles.
What? Careful with that D+, though.
Thank you again, everybody, for listening to episode 127 of the Dad Batch podcast. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 128. And until next time, enjoy your spice responsibly.